With a quarter of the 2018-19 NBA regular season in the books, it's safe to say this past rookie class has shown plenty of promise, but no rookie has been as dominant as Luka Doncic. As the best international prospect ever coming into the NBA, there is no question in my mind he'll win the Rookie of the Year, and it's not even close. How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Both Luka Doncic and Ben Simmons are unique and similar in ways how they can control the pace, are excellent ball handlers, have amazing court awareness to set up their teammates. While Doncic plays point forward at 6'7", Simmons is a 6'10" point guard. Last season's Rookie of the Year and the future Rookie of the Year both have the chance to end up being all-time greats as transcendent players in the 2020s decade. Stats obviously don't tell the whole story, but judging on their numbers, Luka's averages of 19.1 points, 6.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists while shooting just under 40% from 3. If he continues to put up 19, 6, and 4, he would become the 9th rookie to do so, something no 19-year-old in the NBA has ever done. While Simmons is in his second season, averaging 15.5 points, 8.7 rebounds, 7.9 assists, shooting 54%. Very similar numbers from his rookie year, but has 2 other All-Stars on his team now, while Luka has been carrying the Mavs on his shoulders as the team's best player. Last season, everybody was comparing Simmons to Donovan Mitchell in debates on who was better and who deserved Rookie of the Year, but going forward, guys like LeBron, Durant, and Steph will get older and be worse within the next couple years. The conversation between Luka Doncic and Ben Simmons will grow. Both players are absolutely capable to become a top 5 player in the game if they reach their full potential. Some of Luka's strengths involves his amazing all-around game, capable of playing the 1, 2, 3, and 4, has incredible court vision, well matured beyond his age, was the best player in the EuroLeague, winning MVP, making a seamless transition to the NBA, has sneaky athleticism, using his length to blow past defenders with a great feel for the game, a way better scorer than Simmons will ever be, can simply put the ball in the basket in every way possible, a clutch go-to guy to close out games, and very dependable to make the right plays at the end of games. Currently shooting almost 80% from the line, will likely be a low to mid 80s range foul shooter throughout his career. Very similar to James Harden, one of his main weapons is his quick crossover and lethal step back 3-pointer, which he's been torching defenders in both the NBA and EuroLeague. If guys go under screens, Luka will certainly always drain it. Can go on the block, post up, shoot over guys. Already weighing 220, he'll probably put on 10 to 15 more pounds in the next couple years and get stronger finishing at the basket. A terrific rebounder for his position, second best on his team, grabbing almost 7 boards a game, despite teammate DeAndre Jordan stealing some of his rebounds. As for Ben Simmons, he was compared to the likes of LeBron James, Magic Johnson, and Lamar Odom before entering the league. Runs the point with a strong 6'10", 240-pound frame, has a power forward body. Despite his lack of a jump shot, his strength to bully defenders, play through contact, and finish at the rim is a nightmare for the opposing team. Is an elite rebounder who will probably average 11 in his prime, controls the pace, but needs to put in a ton of work come playoff time, especially against the best in the East. In the series against Boston, Simmons looked very vulnerable, was completely exposed due to his lack of shooting. Guys simply don't even cover him in the perimeter. While he always passes up open shots, not the best fit with Embiid. If Joel clocks the lane, Simmons will be very limited in getting to the basket. Is a terrible career 57% foul shooter. Teams can even do the hack of Simmons to come back, especially in today's NBA with the floor spread out. If you can't hit threes, it's a huge liability. Simmons hasn't even attempted a shot from behind the arc this season. 1 0 of 11 from downtown his rookie year, has to continue working on his shooting mechanics. Fortunately for him, he has a great scorer in Jimmy Butler, alongside playing with the best center in the game. Doesn't need to score to take over a game. Cost his team the series against Boston, making poor decisions in Game 3 while scoring a pathetic 1 point in Game 2. His shooting liabilities heavily outweighs any of Doncic's weaknesses. Simmons is better defensively with his strength and size, is a better athlete than Doncic, more built, can defend all 5 positions, reads passing lanes as well as anybody with his quickness, gets deflections, and finishes at the rim in transition, getting a lot of his points. While Doncic will have a harder time guarding against more athletic players, he'll have plenty of success guarding bigger guys, relying more on his strength than quickness. James Harden barely plays defense at all and still a top 5 player in the league, and Luka competes on defense, using his instincts, anticipation, can rotate to contest, and extremely competitive with his positional size. Simmons has a chance to become a multiple-time all-defensive team caliber guy, but Doncic will be able to hold his own. Both guys are phenomenal with their passing, can see plays 3 seconds before even happening, excellent at firing the bullet cross-court pass for the three-pointer, can put the ball in the tightest angles around the defenders, making it look so easy. Because Doncic is a way better spot-up shooter, can play off the ball more, Simmons has the ball in his hands most of the time, but defenders back off him so much by passing up open shots with nobody even near him. He hurts the team even more, especially with the slim margin of error he can afford when he plays top contenders like the Raptors or Celtics late in the playoffs. When the game slows down, teams will leave Ben all alone in an island, allowing them to double team either Embiid and Jimmy Butler. The only one weakness Doncic has is his lack of speed when guarding elite offensive players, but he holds his own. In the long run, you rather have a guy like him who can do everything offensively, create his own shot, take the game over when need be, than have somebody who can't shoot. In today's NBA, many players can get away with not being great lockdown defenders, but will be exposed if they're on the floor in crunch time, just like Simmons, and not confident enough to shoot the ball. It's not a guaranteed Simmons and Doncic will make the All-Star team this season, but it's less likely for Luka to make the All-Star game his rookie year due to the loaded stars in the West. But I have no doubt both him and Simmons will be all-stars for many years to come, make many all-NBA teams throughout their careers, depending if Simmons plays with Embiid long-term, and if the big men can stay healthy throughout, the Sixers will always be Joel's team with a chance to win multiple MVPs, as Ben will be viewed as the second fiddle. Mavs owner Mark Cuban will make sure Luka's locked in for the long run. With the way his current team's constructed, they're not playoff quality yet, but many changes will be made to surround the Slovenian prodigy for many years, where Doncic will be in the MVP discussion for much of the next decade and a half. Having Dirk Nowitzki as a mentor, you can't ask for anything better. When it comes to their attitudes and approach to the game, both are extremely competitive, but I give the edge to the rookie. Luka made his professional debut for Real Madrid's senior team at 16 years old, played with grown men at the time, won the EuroLeague championship and MVP before he got drafted, was the best player in the second best professional basketball league when he was 18 years old, destroyed his competition, even against former NBA players who are now playing overseas, would make plays that gets the team and crowd going, whether it's hitting Hail Marys to end the quarter and making his defenders look like fools. Luka Doncic is arguably the most accomplished basketball player before even playing in the NBA. While Ben Simmons on the other hand was by far the most intriguing prospect for his draft class, which wasn't even that deep, showing off his skills at LSU, being viewed as the next LeBron James, but he just didn't try at college, lacked aggression, refused to shoot, gave little to no efforts towards the end of the season, basically quit on his team, failed to make the NCAA tournament, going 19-14 overall, but later blamed the NCAA for taking advantage of the players, profiting while the guys who put in the work competing gets nothing. That was 3 years ago, where Simmons was 19 years old. Luka is meanwhile currently 19 as the best player for the Dallas Mavericks. Simmons is now 22, while people forget Ben Simmons is 3 years older than Luka Doncic. Doncic is clearly the more polished player right now, and if he played D1 ball instead last season, there would have been no doubt Doncic would have easily been the first overall pick. It's a shame the Suns and Kings passed up on him while Atlanta traded him. Even though DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, and Trae Young might become all-star players, Luka Doncic is by far the best rookie without question, is a game changer and a once-in-a-generational type talent. Playing like an NBA veteran, it's scary to see how much better Luka will be in a couple years. Both in their primes, I see Simmons putting up averages of 22 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists to go along with 2 steals, make all NBA defensive team. But Doncic will be one of the most complete all-around players, putting up 28 a game, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, shoot 85% from the line, over 40% from 3. With all the marbles up for grabs, give me prime Doncic over prime Simmons any day of the week. Luka's game will also age better with his shooting stroke. Got a Ginobili Paul Pierce type game on offense, won't have the crazy dunks, very crafty, uses his body to create space, a beauty to watch with the head fakes, and doesn't expend too much energy getting the ball to the hoop. But once Simmons' athleticism declines, he'll still be effective because of his size, but if he never develops even a decent jumper, that's a huge red flag going forward. When it's all said and done, probably 20 years from now, Luka Doncic will be a better all-time NBA player than Ben Ben Simmons? How many 19-year-olds in the past can you make a legitimate argument that was better than Doncic right now? Who do you guys think will end up being the better all-time NBA player, Luka Doncic or Ben Simmons? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe to my channel. More great stuff coming soon. See you next time.